Here today.
Hey everybody, how are you? Hope everyone is having a fabulous weekend. We know it is the Chosen Few. This is a Chicago staple house party that we're having here. So I hope everyone's are in good moods today. Moods.
The Chosen Few picnic is like Christmas in summertime. Business calls, so we couldn't be there today, but I want you guys to have an amazing time while you're there. The Super Business Women Show, this is the podcast where bold ideas, sharp strategy, and real world business collides. So, how was your week, Crystal?
Actually, my week was really good.
That really, come on, tell us. Do
Well,
tell.
it's let me just gather some thoughts here. One of the things that was great this week, this coming week or this week was that I have some really good business transactions going on. So I'm very happy about that. It's always good to have money in the making. My business partner came in town and we, went and looked at some properties and, created some things behind that. And then I'm going to be doing the Kendra G singles at the promontory where the top 12 singles in Chicago are going to be on stage and I might be able to find my guy.
So that's where it is. So
At
one
the
of my
promontory.
kids is one of the that's one of the venues they manage. So oh wow. So
Mhm.
when is it? Monday?
It's Monday. I think it's at 7.
Oh, I'm gonna have
And
to pop in there.
you should. And we're going to have Battle of the Sexes.
I think I'm gonna have to pop in
So
there.
that's what I'm really excited about too, because I want to talk. We need to have some dialogue seriously about, how we can, get along with each other.
You mean as far as male, female?
As far as male, female, as far as humans, of course, but in this particular instance, male and female.
We got a lot of healing to do as
We
far
do.
as in our community.
Yes.
We do. And I think we got a lot of healing as far as our families and the way we see things and the way the things we want, because it's now acceptable to be a baby mama. I mean, that's what people, are aspiring to. I read one of I don't know who it was on social media, and they were talking. It was a young lady who had a baby by one of the football players that has several children.
Oh, I think I know you're talking about the lady Jazz. Does he do the podcast?
Yes, and she said that I would rather be amongst several baby mamas with this guy than be married to an average middle class man and have a baby with.
Oh, now that is the wrong perception, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Which is all opinions.
So no,
people get to live their lives the way they want
they
to.
They really do, but there has to be a standard of right and wrong.
There is a standard of right and wrong.
There has to be a standard, and we can't. What we do generally is we make everything okay. We, tiptoe around. The loud people in the building are the people that's talking crazy like that. I mean, of course, she has a right to be a baby mama. If she want to be 50 baby mamas, she has every right to be that.
Mm-hmm.
But that shouldn't be our standard. And I think that's where we go wrong.
I definitely think that shouldn't be the standard. I think in certain instances, people, women, men, whomever, look at the person that's across the table from them as, yes, Cam Newton. Look at the person across the table from them as opportunity.
Do you know what I did? I was watching Cam's podcast, and I really wasn't interested, but I started watching them as homework for Love, Etc.
Okay.
And Cam Newton stated that he came from a household where his parents are still married.
Mm-hmm.
They've been married for a substantial period of time, and then he said he had a brother that has been married. And he has been married for, I think he said 10 years. So he has the background and he knows what it is. But he went on to say when he went to college and the way he saw people interact and the way he saw relationships evolve, he was stating that turned him off from marriage. And he's being monogamous now, allegedly.
Well, everyone's story is different. Everyone's perception of the way that they want to do things is different. Now he's being monogamous, so hopefully he'll stay in that and make the woman that has bared a lot of his children that's in his life at this present moment, make her the wife, or give her what I would say she probably deserves, or should aspire to have. I try not to put my personal thoughts on other people so much, but I think most people in the end want respect, want a sanctity of some type of ownership there. And I mean, most of the time it's not at least making a whole bunch of babies with different people. Now I mean,
And I've heard some justification with that.
Mhm.
I was listening to, what's the guy name that got all the kids by all the women? Nick Cannon.
Oh, Nick Cannon.
He was stating that, he's a father and he's a father child. It's impossible. Do you know how hard, difficult it is to be a parent to multiple
Oh,
children
for
that are in
sure.
your home
I agree.
that you reside with?
I agree. I mean, I definitely think it's a disservice. I think it's a big delusion when people tend to think. I mean, I did it. I mean, well, with my last two children, which I have three, not 7, 8, 9, 10. With my last three children, I had them with the same man, and I really thought that there was a strong possibility that we probably would be together. Throughout the relationship, he had other children in the relationship. Yeah, and I loved the children. Uh,
Did you love them then?
I I thought I loved him then.
No, did you love the children then?
Oh well, yeah, I did love the children. The children,
Even then?
even then, because the children always are innocent bystanders.
So that's a
Always.
very mature perspective.
Yeah, they're always. I mean, thank God that I had that perspective of knowing that children are always innocent bystanders. Number two, I took I'm a real person and I'm real with myself. So I know that I took the shorter hand of the stick by even starting off the relationship without having the sanctity of someone making a commitment to be with just me, which is marriage. I might not need the piece of paper, but I need to see the action, and that's what it should
So
have been.
people always say they don't need the piece of paper, and that always takes me back, for the simple reason that we need a piece of paper to execute real estate.
Come
We need
on.
a piece of paper
You ain't
to
saying nothing
execute
wrong, Sean.
employment.
You
We
right.
need a piece of paper to sign to complete taxes.
You right.
And we always dummy down
To
marriage.
to
So
shortchange marriage,
marriage.
though. Right. You right.
Yeah. So no, you do need the piece of paper. The piece of paper matters. The piece of paper keeps you from being the damn special friend in the obituary.
Hello, good morning, and good day. Because that is the honest God truth. So, hey, you said what's right. And that's the whole point. We need to stop playing off into that and make these men step up to the plate and do what they're supposed to do, even at whatever age you are.
So can we make anybody do anything?
We can't make them, but we can make them have to make a decision. Either you on the boat or you off the boat, by us making the decision
Mhm.
that we're done. I mean, it's a lot that goes into having someone decide to spend the rest of their life with you, dedicate their finances to you, ladies. All of the love making on a daily basis. We should be getting those things in quite often. Even for us that don't, we know that we should. So, those things are really important to have. I mean, it's just the truth. The truth is the light, and people need to walk more in the truth. And I think if we all walked more in the truth, I think we would get a lot further in life.
Yeah, but I don't think we can make anybody do anything. I think we can set a standard. I think,
You're right. That's right.
I
That's
think
true.
intimacy for used to be where men really worked for it. Now, they're giving it away too for, 5 cents. And men have the expectation. It used to be where the men were the priests. When I grew up traditional, with my parents and my grandparents, where my grandfather was a priest, provider, and protector. What he said in that house, meant a whole
You
lot.
look so pretty today.
Thank you,
You're
girlie.
welcome. You got your hair done?
Uh,
It looks
the
like
other
it.
day I
It looks
did.
fabulous.
Thank you. The other
But
day
go
I
ahead.
did. So he, my father married my mom, even after being teenage parents. So that's where I was reared in,
Mhm.
priest, provider, protector. And it doesn't mean, because I have boys, so it doesn't mean that men go out, work like slaves, take care of us, give us all their money,
Correct.
and we sit at home and, do nothing. So that's not what
We
I
can't do
mean.
nothing now.
No,
We
I
gotta
mean,
do something now. We can't
well,
do
you have to
nothing.
do a lot.
Right, exactly.
And
So
and I don't and as a woman, I wouldn't want my children with anyone that's not a partner.
I agree. I do agree. I'm being funny a
Yeah,
little bit. Yeah, I agree. I think definitely all human beings should have their own, create their own, live in their own identity, and not be a what is it when you a burden on someone, a liability.
absolutely. And I also believe that my children should, and I've told them this, even if I got to help them get there, you're not going to marry someone if you don't have your own. You don't marry someone and we pay the bills.
You're right.
You need to be able to pay your bills on your own, and they're an asset. And whatever you decide to do with their contribution, whatever you guys agreement you come up with, that's wonderful and for you. But as a man, as a priest, as a provider, as a protector, as someone that of the male species, you need to be able to stand on your own.
I agree. And you need to stand inside your kingdom
That's
so
true.
that we can stand inside of our queendom, which means take care of that business. That's it. Don't That's the way I feel about it. You take care of that business, and women need to take care of their businesses as well. I think we need to stop being so rah-rah, so quick to jump. And I have been, you
So what
know,
do you mean by rah rah? Like fight?
no, well, that could be rah-rah too, but that's an absolute no-no.
That's yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah, but when I say rah-rah, I mean quick to get an attitude, or try to make a man feel like they better do this or else, instead of making them feel like they desire and want to do that, and I do whatever it is. And I think that that is staying inside of, femininity, soft spoken daintiness. When I got my hair done today, I go to Osama in Hyde Park. So everybody
Mhm.
knows Osama.
Absolutely.
And when we were talking, he was saying how Trump is he was saying with Trump that he tries to show off for Milani because she's 30 years younger than him. And he wants to show her that I'm the, like I got these big kahunas, like I'm the boss, I run everything.
I just think he's like that
Well, that's
naturally.
true, but he was like, "Trust me, I'm a man, I know." And Osama
Yes.
has a lot of power.
Yes. Yes.
And so he said that he said, because I'm a man, he said men are weak for women. So I think that if we understood that, and not using it as leverage to manipulate so much per se, but just understood the power of what a woman has, like what we embody. Like how I just looked at you and said, "You look absolutely beautiful
Oh,
today."
thank you.
So when your partner looks at you and sees you, they should look at us like we're beautiful, like we are the best thing since sliced bread. But these men are walking around turning up their noses at us, looking all kinds of ways, and
Eating too much chicken with the hormones.
right, and we're accepting that.
Mays says that real men only have one way. Women have options. Explain that.
They think that too.
Women have options. I want to know. Explain that, Mays.
And Mace can call you. We haven't had any
Oh, yeah.
callers. Yeah, we
Call
forgot
us.
about
Let's hear what
that.
you have to say. 708-223-8953. One of the reasons why I wanted to start the dating platform, the intentional dating platform, Love, etc., was
Hmm.
because I work in a male dominated field. And even in finances, doing with mortgages, male dominated. And all the men said the same thing. They wanted what we wanted. In conversation, they would say, because they're at ease, because I'm a friend. I don't,
Hmm.
I'm not where they have to, beat their chest, hear me
Right.
roar. But they wanted the same things we wanted. They wanted companionship. They wanted respect. They wanted love. And a lot of them claimed they wanted monogamy.
I think that they all want for us to keep it to ourselves, and they get to do whatever they want to do. I mean, so they all want that.
Well, I think infidelity is a heart issue. And I think infidelity is a moral issue. I don't think it's a sex issue.
I think these men can't help themselves. A lot of them, not all of them, but I think a lot of them
That's
can't
an
help.
integral issue.
I think it's just. Women are beautiful.
That's absolutely true.
I
May
mean,
says men has to make a name for himself. Women can be a Mrs. or do it on her own. Absolutely, Maze.
and Mays, that's why I said men staying in their kingdom, because that is something, your name is something you should strive for. And we should want to take on that last name. It's just so,
I do.
you know,
I feel although I'm great by
of
myself, I
course you are.
stand I'm proud, grateful, loved, I'm balanced, but I don't desire not to be a Mrs.
I was thinking about that last night. I said, I'm kind of looking for a companionship. Now, let me finish. I said, but Shar said that I should be looking for marriage. And when you're not looking for marriage, you're still not cultivating the highest form of love that you can create for yourself.
God says that um
I want love though. I don't want no problems. These people be out here nuts. They be in these crazy bad relationships. I feel like when a man starts treating you bad, you couldn't like me no more.
so for me, God says that it's better to marry than to burn. Um
Burn from
marriage
being
is
sinful.
yes,
Hmm.
marriage is the closest thing to his heart. I'm standing on the side of marriage. And he says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and attains favor. So favor is gives you open doors and does things
You're
that
right,
money
Shar.
can't buy.
That's true. You're right. You're right. You're right. Most couples that I know that do very well, everyone isn't going to have millions of dollars, but for couples that have stability and that have integrity in their relationship, they're married.
Yes.
They're married and they're very successful. You need a woman to calm you down as a man.
Some of these women need a man to
They do. We
compensate.
all need it all. The magic stick, you know.
Some of us women need a man to calm us down. So yes, I I I could see that.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, and I remember when I went to college in Southern in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for 3 weeks, not too long. I
Oh,
came right back home.
you was like my friend Khalid. He said he only went for what? Did he say 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, not long. I was sitting here thinking the same thing. I did the same thing. I went down there for a few weeks, but I remember I met this guy from New York. And he was trying to hit on me or whatever. So I know a lot of times when you don't respond to, men, they say little shady things or can
Absolutely.
become little mean spirited towards you. But I always found some truth in what someone is saying. So he said to me, because I think I probably was like, I have someone or whatever. And he was like basically like, you don't even know what love is. You getting the shortest form of love that you
Well,
can
how does
get,
he know that?
because he was speaking in terms of his mother and his father that were married and
Oh,
they had,
yes.
yeah, and every after he told me that, it stuck with me, because even though I do, I was about to say I'll do whatever. Forgive me, I didn't mean to say that. I'll do things that, maybe I know that I shouldn't do, which we all do. But after he made that statement to me, I always knew that that was the highest form of love that you can have. And when you're not cultivating that space or in that space, you're really chasing your tail and playing games.
What's game, Maze? He says game. What's game?
He said, "That's game."
No, I don't know
Oh,
what he's
okay.
referring to, so that's why I asked him. Maze, what's game? But starting Love, etc., the intentional dating platform, if men want what we want and we want what they want, what is the problem? And I think one of the problems is we play too much.
He just said game.
Was he a pimp?
Who the guy?
May says, was he a pimp?
Who?
The guy you was talking about in New York.
No, 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 no. He wasn't a pimp. No, Mace. He was not a pimp. He was a schoolboy. He was a schoolboy. But what he said was the truth. I mean, I gathered it, from right then and there. I understood what he was saying. It stuck with me. It was a jewel and a gem. And when someone drops jewels and gems, they stick. So that let me know that, even no matter what I have myself involved in, if you aren't interested in taking it there with me, then you're not that into me.
I think all too often we say we want marriage, we say we want commitment, but we go after the guy who we darn know well is not capable of giving us any of the aforementioned.
because we only see the rose-colored glasses and the glimmer and the glam
Women
behind
don't
that
know.
person.
Women don't know how to act like real women these days. Schoolboy game. Absolutely.
He's right. I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Got you questioning yourself. Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, we go after, no, first of all, there was someone who was interested in me.
Mhm.
Attractive guy, got his stuff together. But if I sit back and watch him, he's not making the moves, nor has he made the moves in the direction where I want to be.
Mhm.
So if you're a serial dater, you've never been married, you switch out girlfriends every few years,
Mhm.
why would I date you?
I mean, that's very true.
Why would I waste my time? It's almost like I see women that have children and the men aren't taking care of their children
Mhm.
and they have more children with them.
Mhm.
Did you think you was had
You
gold or something, or
you
platinum?
you do you know how many women saying, "Girl, I got that good. I got platinum." They
But there's
think
a lot of good. There's
it
good
is.
doesn't, if good was the magic trick,
That's
no
true.
man would cheat.
That is very true. It's good to have good though. I think women definitely need to work on having it if they
So
don't.
and that's another thing that I find comical. When they say it's good, everybody's chemistry is different. Some what everybody no, so what one man say is good, some man may not like it and think it's trash. And
Well,
this vice versa.
I do, Shar, that is correct. Okay, but
Oh, because I could be the one. Not. Hey, sister.
when someone knows how to lay it down,
So, but
just
laying it down. So let me tell you,
mhm,
there's all kind of men in the world.
I
Some
know.
men just are partial to lighter women.
Hmm.
Some men are partial to darker women. I have a relative who are partial to, plus size women. Some men are partial to this one thing you do. So laying it down is relative to who you're with.
No, I think when I say that, I mean that like a person who and this isn't. I'm not saying this is me, so I'm not putting this on myself.
Mhm,
I'm saying that like when someone is overall, let's just say majority.
mhm.
When someone is good at what they do, most of the time they're good at what they do. A person that's what I think. I think if a man knows how to make good, you know, love to
It
a
depends.
woman
So it
and a
depends.
woman knows how to
So if it all depends with that. Some men may, how they tell you they come in and they come in strong. That may be something you like, but that could gross me out. Like I'm on social media and I see certain things where people say, well, the guy wanted me to do this, or the guy that I'll be like, that's absolutely disgusting.
Mhm.
Some people in the thread find it extremely erotic. So I think when you say lay it down, and men are guilty of this all the time. They tell us what they're working with. It's relative. It's relative to the person because
Yeah.
there's no general you make me feel good.
No, I just think that some people are good at making good love. That's just and I think the majority would probably and walk away saying that they enjoyed that time with that person that's good at what they do. That's all.
So it's only good at what they do if that's something the person like them doing. The majority of the people don't like the same thing. You have men that are strictly attracted to women with huge breasts, and that's half the battle. You have men who are attracted to who like getting
But
their
people have to tell you what they want so that you can give them what they want.
they do. It's chemistry.
Right. So,
Chemistry.
right. I'm saying like, people who do some people are good at what they do. That's all. I'm not saying that
Not that they're not good, but it's relative.
I know it's relative, but I'm speaking in terms of if you were to put a person in front of 5 people and they're good at what they do,
Mhm.
I would maybe say 4 out of those 5 people enjoyed their time with that person because they've perfected the art of making love.
So
If that makes, I mean, I don't have to be right. I'm just
so
saying that's just my thought.
I my thing is I just think that it's relative.
It's definitely
I think
relative.
it's relative. And I
Mhm.
think that what he likes and what she likes, it you may be great with him and have horrible chemistry and he's great.
Mhm.
So I think that's what it is. He said it's getting too grown for me. Mate, I'm going to ask this question. I think when you satisfaction intimately is relative. And I don't think there's a baseline where somebody says, "Oh, I'm great," or "I'm fantastic," because I think it's situational, it's chemistry, it's attract so part of intimacy is attraction, right? If you got the good and everybody love it, but you get with this sister and she only like muscular men and you not muscular but you great. That's a bad thing. Yeah.
Mm.
He said it's getting too grown for him. So
Yeah.
yes, I think that's what it is. I think it's relative. That's
I
my whole thing.
definitely agree that it's relative
It's relative.
for sure.
And I think if you pay attention to your mate and you listen and you're responsive to you pay attention, I think that
You
that's
definitely have to pay
that's
attention.
what it is.
Yeah, you if you're not paying attention to your partner, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
They need you. The heck, they need you.
You're not getting her though. Uh, help me out, Maze. If I'm not, help me out. So people walk into situational ships
Uh-huh.
and help me out, Maze, because you're not getting hurt though. So I want to get it. I just know that intimacy, sex have ruined a lot of things,
Oh, for sure.
has ruined a lot of things, but
Mhm.
it's not enough in this day and age. It's an abundance out there to keep a
And
man.
it's definitely the closest that you can get to someone.
Depends on their perspective on
Well,
sex.
that's true, but the reality of it is that it's really the most intimate and close space that you can get into with a person, and a lot of people look at it and view it from a casual standpoint.
Yeah. It's so we want to get married, but we go into a situational ship.
That's true.
In the meantime, I read a book back in the day with one of my girlfriends, and it was called In the Meantime. And what the book talked about was you you're in between. You got out of something. This isn't really what you want, but you do something in the meantime. You date this person in the meantime. He takes up space, he takes up energy. You're having fun. And before you know it, you've donated all these years.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, becomes your, you know, waste of time.
Exactly. I mean, I've wasted. I'm not bitter at all about anything that I've done or my past, but I wasted a lot of time in a relationship that wasn't going anywhere. And a lot of people do that, and a lot of people are bitter because of that and very disgruntled. And it's like, okay, that was your choice. Count the memories that you had in that moment, what you learned from it. I mean, I don't know. Life goes on. I think people need to get their stuff together, get their energy together, since everyone talks about energy so much and they walk around with all this, dark energy.
But they're not aware of the dark energy.
They need to get aware of it
They're
because
not aware.
I can see it.
Yeah, they're not. It's not that you could see it. It's their actions that demonstrate it.
Yeah, for
And I
sure.
don't know if it's dark energy or unhealed trauma from a lot of people. I see that at work a lot.
Mhm. And well, yeah, they're relative because unhealed energy definitely can make you dark. I don't want any of it around me, friend,
Well, we
family,
all have some sort of unhealed energy.
we do. And
We do.
for me, when I find myself, which I'm glad that I do that, because when I do have my disgruntled days, mornings, or when I am, just not in a good mood, I stay by myself. I stay at home. I don't
You say I stay at home.
yeah, I don't go around people, or if I do, I let them know like I'm not in the best mood, because this isn't for you. This is for me to work on and get out myself so I can be better tomorrow.
He said, not trauma. Yeah, it's trauma. We all have some sort. Not trauma. People are walking around here hurt and have triggers. It's bad.
It is. Yeah, it very much so is. Yeah. So yeah, but that's what he was saying about the that's back to that just real quick. Oh, he was saying that, women have a lot of power in their interactions and dealings with men. And I just think if we understood the power that we had, not to use as leverage to manipulate, put men when they give up their vulnerability to us in a compromising position, but when when understanding that if we treated them well, if we treated them like kings, if we acted like queens and things like that, then that would bring about the right behavior from them, because the energy that you put out is the energy that you're going to get back. Because if I'm putting out good energy to you and you're not giving me good energy back, I gotta go.
Yeah, I was gonna say because sometimes you can put out great energy and you're dealing with the devil.
Yeah, I can't do it. But God will give you the discernment to see when you're dealing with that devil. And sometimes the devil can be a little fun, for people. I'm saying you don't see, you're like, wait a minute now.
No, I never want to entertain that.
Well, what I'm saying is that you don't see the deceptiveness that's coming along with the fun behavior, the manipulation that someone is using against you.
If you keep your pants up,
You're
I
right.
promise
That's
you,
true.
all will be revealed in time.
That is true. You're right.
And I say that's because you're not creating a soul tie.
Right.
I have a practice. You keep your pants up, they will show you exactly who they are.
Every time I've kept mine up, it's been revealed, and I know that that is not the truth and the way. It's to just give it up. You do what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But the truth and the way is figured out by saying, "Let me just take my time to get to know this person." Because people are going, they're it's a lot that goes along. They want to control you afterwards, and all types of stuff can go along with that. So it is definitely better to, walk away.
So I believe there's a couple reasons why people go into situational ships or accept less than they have to, because they believe that this is the best. There's nothing out there. How many times have you heard
True.
someone say, there's nothing out there? Now, I believe I serve a God who loves me, who gives me my heart's desires, who hears my prayers. So for people to say there's nothing out there and believe in God, I don't think that matches. You can't not believe in God and think that he didn't make anything. Everything out there that's left is absolutely bad.
No, really, life is great. Life is beautiful. We have the sun, the moon, the stars, the trees. We have parks, we have water, we have friends, we have beautiful restaurants to go to. Life is really great. It's all in what you see and what you make it. That's what I have found. I mean, I was in the pancake house skipping through there. This man like, "Why are you so happy?" I'm like, "Well, what other way is there to be?" I,
So let's see. I don't think we need to know what we don't want in a relationship, because more importantly than what you desire in another person, you will immediately see the red flags and react to them. We cannot respond from emotional, physical needs. That's my spiritual mother. Hey,
Oh,
lovely.
that's very, very true. We cannot respond from emotional and physical needs. That's
Yes.
that's very that's what keep your when you keep yourself out of the sexual aspect of things, then it allows you to not be so emotional. The minute most a lot of times you sleep with someone, you want a different them. You want for them to start, treating you different. When a
Yeah.
lot of times the difference is gonna be sometimes they're gonna treat you not right.
Well, the problem is that you're intimate with someone prematurely,
Correct.
and then you're not clear on your journey, your expectations or
Mhm.
boundaries. And you've already,
Giving it up.
yeah,
Yeah, you're right. So let's just keep it to yourself.
keep your pants up,
Well, oh,
a skirt
but
down.
the song was some I can't keep it to myself. So
Who?
that wouldn't be the song.
Which song?
That song, that jazz song, or it's not blues, but it's like and it's like a song people step to, and it's like I couldn't keep it to myself. I
My spiritual mother says, our words go forth. If we say there's not enough of anything, that shall become our experience. Remember, I've been living by that. I promise you I have.
Tell me that again. Say that one more time.
Our words go forth. If we say there is nothing, there's not enough of anything, it shall become our experience.
So we don't want to say that there is lack of anything. It's
No,
an
I
abundance of
it's
everything.
an
Great.
abundance of everything. You should
Okay.
affirm that daily. She's taught me that. Thank you.
I'm affirming that daily myself because
Yes.
I want everything that's great and good in abundance to come my way.
Yes. I have divine abundance, divine peace, divine love, divine friendships. Absolutely. I can go on. Yes. So you have to get clarity. I don't, my heart aches for where we are now compared to where the relationships were. and marriage and our community when I was younger. When I saw my grandparents and,
Mhm.
my people aren't aspiring to be married anymore.
Is if you have a girlfriend, if you hang out with 3 or 4 married women, then it will aspire you to want to be as long as they're in good, fruitful marriages. I think people shouldn't stay in anything that's not serving to them, though. So,
Well, things take work. You don't people stay at careers because things go in
cycles.
cycles and waves. And sometimes hey girl, I love my children with my whole heart, but there's some days where they're really I'm working to like them.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, because I work to like mine on a
But
daily
it comes
basis.
and goes. It's
Right.
it's it's ebbs and flows. So it
Yeah,
comes and goes.
that's true. But I'm speaking more in terms of realistically, like when that relationship is like over, that's another reason I think why people are so disgruntled because they're in relationships that they are in for the wrong reasons.
So I don't know because when I was married, had I known better, I would have done better. I didn't know